This nibble originally aired on RSBANDB Update, episode 749, Parcels from the Past. Enjoy. I just want to attack this from a logical perspective on this and say that my big issue with Stone Spirits from the beginning has been that it all comes down to their apparent value in terms of what they're actually used for, right? I mean, they're used to theoretically double the amount of ore that you get, but at the same time, it's really not worth it when the top ore in the game is only at 4K GP each. So my opinion on this fact is as to actually, and we'll get to this later, but just to say it concisely, Mod Jack did say that, there was a suggestion, why not make Stone Spirits directly convertible into salvage? And we said, we said this, I think, back in February or March, as that was a way to go. So there's that side of it. But I think that the real problem with Stone Spirits is the amount of ore in-game. And recall that when the mining and smithing update was first proposed, they said that they wanted ore to come in, and they reaffirmed this on the stream this week. They wanted ore to come in from the player miners on that. And, they touch on this in the next paragraph because they say a lot of you want us to fix this by either removing Stone Spirits or giving them some kind of new, very powerful value. And what they actually want to do with this is address the ore value with this. And they say this is that there's just too much ore coming into game by way of AFK mining. So they say this is exacerbated by a lack of interest in smithing in general. And the release of the rework saw a huge and sustained increase in players mining, but no similar increase in players smithing, even after Double XP weekend when you'd expect to see a spike in buyable issues. They said they addressed this by making smithing more convenient, i.e. being able to one-ticket and being able to smith faster and buffing armor spikes. So what they're going to effectively be doing with this is reducing the amount of ore that and XP that comes into game by about 1/4 on the mining side. And on the smithing side, the post as is written says they're going to increase the amount of components that come into game when you smith something. And, initially you get 8 components, whether it's a longsword +1 or an elder rune plate body +5. And what they're going to be doing with this is that, as it's written right here in the post, the amount of components is going to be equal to the amount of bars used to make the item multiplied by 3. Which means that if you were making that longsword +1, you would get 12 components from it now. But if you made a elder rune plate body +5, just as an example, I don't know anybody who would actually smith that, you would get 480 components. And in the live stream, they said it's actually going to go higher than this because the amount of time you need to invest for that elder rune plate body is just too much.
Yeah, that's the problem, right?
Right.
It's the time.
It's a time factor.
Yes.
But
now,
I really think they
hang on. I just want to float something by you guys here. Maybe, and we'll address this later, but maybe let's just say, I'm going to play devil's advocate here, that the nerfs planned for mining are too much. Let's just say that might be the case right now. But by increasing the amount of components that come from a smithable item by more than ×3 for the bar, what that effectively means is that you're going to be looking at things like Elder Rune +1 and +2 as potential things that Iron Men can make for components and people can sell for disassembly. Though I don't know if people would actually want to buy those for disassembling components. I don't know. But I think that attacking it both from the supply side and the demand side is the way to go. And like I said, at the end of the day, for me, the goal here is to make ore prices go up. You can watch full episodes of RSBANDB Update right here on this YouTube channel. You can also listen to audio versions of RSBANDB Update at update.rsbnb.com, and feel free to subscribe to our show and any number of podcast listeners out there at update.rsbnb.com/subscribe.